from the Arctic to the Atlantic, the Southern to the Indian, to the mighty Pacific and beyond. This whale's story is the ocean's story, and it is one we all share.
Welcome to SeaWorld's Orca Encounter. My name is Savannah, and I am honored to introduce you to these intriguing and majestic animals. Nothing like seeing killer whale up close and learning about them and their natural behaviors. We hope today's Orca Encounter will help give you a better understanding of these magnificent creatures and all that they represent.
While they are found in every ocean, orcas living off the coast of Iceland are quite different than those near Costa Rica. In fact, there are at least 10 types, or ecotypes, of killer whales. An ecotype describes the differences between killer whale size, physical form, prey, social structure, and habitat. As you can see, the differences are subtle, but noticeable when compared side by side. Orcas are adapted perfectly to their environments. And even the whale's black and white coloration has a purpose. It camouflages the outline of their bodies in the water, making it easier for them to surprise and catch their prey. When viewed from above, the black of the whale blends in with the dark depths of the ocean. When viewed from below, the orca's white bellies match the brighter surface of the water, blending with the light above, giving them the perfect camouflage.
Natural wonder. And Ulises here will help me demonstrate to all of you some of their physical characteristics. Their blowhole is perfectly designed for catching a quick breath at the surface of the water. Even the location of their eyes works to their advantage. It looks like they're located in those white eye patches, however, those are a visual distraction. Their eyes are located in the black part just in front of those white eye patches, camouflage from thrashing prey. The fin on the whale's back is the dorsal fin. It helps stabilize them as they swim. It also helps to regulate their body temperature. The flippers on either side of the whale's body are their pectoral flippers, which are used for steering and stopping. Within each of them are 5 finger-like bone structures that look just like the human hand. The lobes on either side of the whale's tail are their tail flukes. This is their engine. It can propel them to speeds of 30 miles per hour. That is as fast as some of our speedboats. They swim the fastest and use the most power when propelling their nearly 10,000-pound bodies all the way up and out of the water.
Killer whales are highly social animals with a well-defined social structure. An orca pod is always led by a female. Though just half the size of her male counterpart, she is in charge. It's all about attitude, not size. Because they live and work as a group, orcas need to communicate with sounds and body language. Orcas use clicks for echolocation or navigation. Whistles to socialize in the pod. And calls for group coordination and hunting. Vocal development studies here at SeaWorld show that early on, calves learn vocalization from their mothers. But as they grow, they learn from others close to them as well. This is a bottlenose dolphin call that Shouka learned and even taught other killer whales here at SeaWorld. In fact, orcas are the largest members of the dolphin family. Whales here and in the wild use vocalization to communicate all the time.
Like all animals, killer whales use body language as a form of their communication. They use pectoral slaps on the surface of the water to show dominance and to get noticed. For example, a mother might use a pec slap to get the attention of her calf. But when they really want to be heard, they breathe. Spy hopping is a great way for whales to coordinate with each other and get a better visual of their environment as they hunt. Slapping is another way that orcas communicate both in the wild and here at SeaWorld. So it's no wonder they're at the top of the ocean.
Killer whales work together to rear their young, protect their pod, and most importantly, pursue and catch their prey. Every day they cooperate to survive in the wild oceans of the world. The orca's hunting techniques are as varied as the whales themselves. Norwegian killer whales will circle herring, herding them together. The whales use sounds to coordinate with each other and to disorient the herring. With the fish confused and contained, the whales stun them with their powerful tail flukes, making for an easy meal.
Our whales are demonstrating a similar behavior and movement right here in front of all of you. Antarctic orcas can actually create waves that wash over floating ice, knocking unsuspecting seals into the water. Our whales are showing you a similar free-thinking technique at the front of the pool, demonstrating one of the most complex and impressive hunting abilities for the whales of all on the world. Crashing in front of you, but you can't quite understand the amount of water displaced until you experience it for yourselves. That's why I have a very lucky volunteer who's going to come down and experience the power of the whale tail. Come on down and take a seat on an iceberg. Hold on tight. You guys ready to see them get wet? All right, here come the whales. Hold on tight, you two. So it's no surprise that they can hunt many different types of prey, including other whales. The blue whale on the screen behind me is the largest animal on planet Earth. It is 5 times longer and 50 times heavier than the killer whale. So how does a whale that size prey on a whale that size in the open ocean? It's all because orcas are the ultimate team player.
In this example, we see the larger male orcas surround a sperm whale, forming a perimeter, while the females continue to drive the whale forward until it reaches exhaustion. The calves then move in to join the adults in the group. Whatever their prey, killer whales always cooperate and hunt together, making them a highly successful predator.
For killer whales. So they teach their young whales to hunt and practice their skills as they grow. Orcas are always interacting and showing off their playful sides, both in the wild and here at SeaWorld. Porpoising is when orcas swim fast at the surface, breaking out of the water briefly. Catching a ride in the wake of a boat or when surfing in a wave. touch and can be seen rubbing their bellies on rocks when they can. Our whales demonstrate a similar behavior to those in British Columbia. You'll also find that orcas imitate one another. We see it here at SeaWorld all the time. We're constantly imitating and learning from one another. Playful behavior has a purpose. A tail whip can be used in the wild for hunting, but today I think they might just be whipping all of you. And create trusting relationships with each of the whales. The whales here take an active role in their own health care and well-being. For example, they can show us their tail flukes, which is helpful when obtaining a blood sample. They can even slide out onto a scale so that we can monitor their weight, just like Orkid is doing in this video.
Better not.
We can even get a breath sample from one of our whales, all because of the trusted relationships that we've built here day after day, right here at SeaWorld. Now I'd like to introduce you all to one of our whales. Please help me welcome Nikai. Now Nakai was one of the very first orcas that I got to work with here at SeaWorld San Diego, so he holds a very special place in my heart. He is one of our largest whales here at SeaWorld, having 9 total. He is one of 5 males in the area. We challenge the whales every day to learn new things, to challenge and stimulate their mind. Diet, exercise, and of course play all help keep the whales in great shape.
The whales here at SeaWorld have helped killer whales in the wild by participating in many research studies. One ongoing study monitors the whale's heart rate and breathing to understand how marine noise pollution from ship engines and other sources affect wild populations. In another study, scientists from NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, took measurements of the killer whales living here, including pregnant whales. By comparing these measurements with drone footage of killer whales in the wild, scientists are able to monitor the wild population's nutritional and reproductive states. Other research has been done here at SeaWorld on the mother whale's milk composition. This research will help create an effective model to understand how toxins in the ocean impact wild killer whales and their milk supply. What we learn from the whales in our care every day is actively helping whales in the wild survive. And just by being here today, you've supported our rescue, research, and conservation efforts all around the world. If we work together, like the killer whale, we can protect the future of the Orcid orca.
You know what you signed up for.
This beautiful planet that we all share.
Thank you so much for joining us today at Orca Encounters.